And welcome back to the finale of Let's Play Mega Man and Base's main campaign. Now, before we start with the actual final castle itself, we're going to go ahead and do some shopping. I'm going to spend exactly 800 bolts as base because that's how many free bolts you're given at the hatches, so that's how many I'm willing to spend. One for treble boost, one for hyper booster, and one for super booster, because that is the minimum that you're going to need to get through this castle alive. This castle is one of the most difficult fortresses in the Mega Man series. And as Mega Man, I want to buy his allies, Rush, Beat, Eddie, and something to, I believe, make my Rock Buster or Mega Buster charge up even faster. Anyway, this is the most difficult castle in series history. One of the most difficult, anyway. This is a really difficult castle. All the old rules are back, unlike Mega Man 7 and 8. Between stages, you're not going to get back all your weapon energy like you did before, so, beware, because it is going to be rough. This is a rough castle. And it all starts not with stage 1, believe it or not. Stage 2 is where all the shit magic happens. Stage 1 is actually pretty tame. Stage 1 is actually quite straightforward compared to Stage 2. As Mega Man, you have to use Ice Wall to get through that first part. As Base, you can just double jump. Mega Man slides in through there on the right, and Base can just double jump his way to the left. The stages are designed around both Mega Man and Base being able to get through them, so I'm not going to show off every single little nook and crevice that Mega Man goes through compared to Base, but there are different nooks and crevices that Mega Man has to go through compared to Base, because Base has an easier time, as usual, because he is just the best when it comes to traversing levels, and yeah. Anyway, one of the three major upgrades that I bought in the shop allows my Base Buster to be powered up. This is an essential item. There's a reappear and disappear block puzzle there, by the way. This is an essential item for Base, not just for the end game, but just for the game in general, because, like I kept complaining about before, his Base Buster is really weak. Against regular enemies, it's not a problem, but against powerful enemies who have invulnerability frames, that's a very, very big fucking problem. But thankfully, the Super Base Buster takes care of that by just making the Base Buster stronger, so each individual hit just does more damage. And by the way, I didn't buy the charging the Rock Buster faster for Mega Man. I bought the Energy Balancer, because that is way better. Anyway, Mega Man has to go to the bottom and make his way up the conveyor belts. Base can do that too, but you can also just double jump and skip all that if you want. Again, this is a pretty straightforward level. The real magic happens in the next stage, because the next stage is one of the most unfair things that I've ever had the pleasure of playing. And because this is a Let's Play where I try to not die in every stage, and try to do my best in every stage, that's a bit of a problem, because that stage is long, and it's fucking difficult, and there's 4 fucking bosses that you have to fight. Technically 5. Kind of. It's not fun. Oh man, that second stage is just the worst fucking thing I have ever played in my entire fucking life. Just want to make sure the recording's actually just terrible though. Just overall, just the worst possible thing. But we'll talk more about it. These sewage waterfalls here push you down just like the sand did in Ground Man stage. The other upgrade I got for Base is the Hyper Booster. It allows the other thing that the Mega Buster does that the Base Buster can't do, that I described before. Base Buster can't shoot through walls, Mega Buster can, but with the Hyper Booster, you can shoot through walls. It doesn't have the same strength. The Super Buster has the same strength as a regular default Mega Buster, sorry, Base Buster, but it is able to shoot through walls, which is pretty helpful. This fucking monkey's... Fuck you, monkey. Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to it. Remember this guy from Mega Man 8? This is the Atetemino Proto. It looks very similar to the one in Mega Man 8 because it's just like the one in Mega Man 8, except it doesn't fight at all like the one from Mega Man 8. This one is a balancing match. You have to get on the platform on the left, use your copy vision to shoot at the head, be careful of the monkey, it's going to shoot some stuff at you, be careful of the missiles the Atetemino Proto itself shoots at you, and be careful of the mini Ateteminos that come out of the lava. Pretty straightforward boss. Pretty difficult because it's a whole balancing act thing and you're going to get hurt a lot no matter what, so Just be careful. And by the way, as soon as you beat the boss, jump off that platform, because that platform goes right down to the lava. And if you go down into the lava with the platform, you die, and you're going to have to do the whole boss over again, and it's really fucking annoying, so don't do that. But that's the end of Atatamino Proto, and that is the end of King Stage 1. Let's move on to King Stage 2. By the way, something to talk about with the with the shop system and upgrade system. You can buy as many upgrades as you want. You can only equip one at a time. There are some that are automatically equipped when you start levels, like the Transceiver or the Energy Balancer, but then there are some like the Super Booster and Hyper Booster for the Base Buster that you can only equip one at a time. So you have to keep switching out every now and again if you want your Base Buster to be either powerful or be able to shoot through walls. And that's all I have to say on that. Let's talk about Stage 2, because this is it. This is the stage that I and so many people hate so much. But I got it down to a science, like how many times I had to play this, how many hours I spent getting this stage as right as I possibly could. Not even totally right, because I still ended up dying with Mega Man at the very end, because we'll talk about it. But King Stage 2 is divided up into small sections. It's not like King Stage 1 where it's one long castle-like segment and then you fight a boss. This stage is unique in that it's broken up into 3 small chunks. They're not very long, they're not very complicated. It's what you have to do to get to the next chunk that makes it very difficult. At the end of every single short, relatively simple chunk of platforming and shooting, you have to fight a boss. A full-fledged boss at the end of every chunk. And you would think this would be enough to qualify the end of a level. Normally it would, because these bosses, including this tank, are tough enough to be actual bosses for the end of a stage. Not just mini bosses like the game pretends that they are. They're not. This fucking tank is not a mini boss, it's an actual full-fledged boss. Let me talk about the tank for a second though. This is King's tank, it has few attacks. It charges at you, but if you use remote mines on its treads, it'll stop that. It has a turret that you need to destroy, a top compartment that shoots out mines at you, and a back compartment that shoots out those little guys from Magic Man's stage that take away your bolts. Shoots those fucking things out too. You have to destroy every single section except the treads. The treads are optional, but you have to destroy the turret, the hatch in the back that releases the stupid little grabber guys, and the top part that shoots the mines down at you in order to actually destroy this tank. This arena is divided up into a top section and a bottom section. You're safe in the bottom section from everything except for the mines. The mines still hurt you, but the turret can't hurt you from, well, it kind of could, but kind of not, because the turret aiming is kind of weird. And obviously the grabber guys can't hurt you at all, so throwing you down. But yeah, these guys are tough enough to be actual full-fledged bosses of King's Castle, not just mini-bosses of one King stage. It's pretty annoying because, god fucking damn it, these... It's just... You have to fight a boss at the end of every section, and then you get to move on to more level. It's just not... It's even worse by the fact that the sections aren't that long, but when you die to the tank or the next thing or the thing after that, you have to start at the beginning of every single main section. Again, they're not that long, they're not that difficult or complicated, but it's still annoying that you don't get the ability to try again on a boss when you die. You have to go through all of this again just to have another shot at the boss. It's annoying. I don't like that mentality when it comes to these kinds of games. I like these kinds of games when I make it to the boss, just reward me by giving me a checkpoint right at the boss, and just let me try the boss again and again and again until I win. Okay, that's how I think it should work. I shouldn't be punished by having to go through this entire section again just because the fucking boss got a lucky shot out of me. Anyway, this section's almost done. As I said, these are all very, very easy sections. We're actually already done. As soon as we get past those exploding blocks, we're ready to take on the second boss of King Stage 2. And I'm not going to call them mini-bosses, because fuck that. They're not mini-bosses, they're bosses. This is King's Plane. First off, before we actually get to the plane, you have to jump on these platforms. Now, this battle is a little bit different when you're playing as Mega Man. As you can imagine, with Bass, this is pretty difficult, but not that bad, because Bass has a double jump and a dash that increases his jump range when he jumps while he's dashing. The plane, by the way, is weak to spread drill. As Mega Man, this is more difficult. It's a little bit less difficult in the fact that, as you'll see in the bottom screen in a little bit, that the platforms are closer together with Mega Man than they are with Bass. That doesn't excuse the fact that this is still really fucking difficult, and there's one fucking attack that really, really makes this fight really fucking annoying as Mega Man. The first, this plane has a few attacks. That fist, that's the attack I'm talking about. That fist can destroy the platforms that Bass is standing on, and then Mega Man stands on during the battle as well. That's a fucking problem. We'll talk about that in a sec. Don't let this thing shoot out its big red laser thing. It does a lot of damage. It's not insta-kill, but it does a lot of fucking damage. By the way, the bottom there's a Mega Man fight. Platforms closer together, but those fists cause a very big problem if you let them hit you, because, or you let them hit the platforms, because you're not going to have any platforms, and Mega Man's going to die, and you have to do the whole section again, and it's fucking annoying. Besides the laser and the fist, the plane also has these bubbles that it shoots out. These bubbles can have anything from weapon energy to health, even, which is great, or those things which cause the screen to white out, which is pretty fucking annoying in such a desperate seat. Look, fuck, I almost died there. Thank God I had Bass and I could just double jump. As Mega Man, I wouldn't have been so lucky. Fuck. Anyway, weakness is spread drill. Use as much of it as you can. Hopefully you get enough on him that you can take him out quickly. I couldn't, unfortunately. I think I did in my Mega Man playthrough though, so... No, whatever. It's down. It's down. Stupid plane is gone. Let's just move on now. Speaking of moving on, let me give you the final bio of Mega Man and Bass. The Mega Man and Bass database, because I lied last time. I said I did all 100 of them, but I actually missed one, and that's for King! King! A robot who stood up to fight against humans in order to establish a human-free nation. A good point. He's a good speaker. A bad point. He's constantly suspicious. He likes chess and dislikes humans. That is bio number 100. That is the last of the Mega Man and Bass CD bios. I can't do any more of them because there's no more. That's all 100 of them. Oh well. This third section's pretty annoying, this whole climb up to the next boss. You won't believe who the next boss is, by the way. We fought a tank and a plane. Oh, I bet you're not gonna guess what's next if you never played this game. By the way, these gray ice blocks, they're not actually ice blocks, they're rocks. They're just blocks of rock. You can't destroy them with the weight burner, but the remote mines and the spread drill still do the job. So go ahead and just make sure you have spread drill, remote mine, and just blow that thing away. And that's it. That's the end of this part of the stage. Cutscene. Yeah, believe it or not, the next boss of King Stage 2, boss number 3, is King himself! We made it! The final boss! This is it! First phase. First of 2 phases. Yes. The actual boss of the stage is 2 fucking phases. First phase, you can't actually do any damage to him. Don't even try to shoot his shield. You can try to shoot him when he doesn't have a shield in front of him. It doesn't actually do any damage to him, as you will find out. He does his X attack, he sometimes jumps. If you shoot at his shield, then it reflects back, and that's pretty much it. Just, it's a waiting game. As soon as he does his X attack thing 3 times, then it's time for the next cutscene, and it's time for the second phase where you can actually do damage to him. I'll explain more when we get to that point. Because right now, it is cutscene time. Alright, well, whoever you're playing as, the fight with King, the second phase, is pretty much the same for both. His weakness is the lightning bolt. Go ahead and just waste him with it. By the way, the weakness for the tank, I don't think I ever mentioned, was remote mines, also lightning bolt. Just use lightning bolt on King. You're not going to have enough to use to take him down all the way. He has a few attacks. He shoots a Gemini-style laser, where it bounces around. He has vertical slices with his axe, horizontal slices with his axe. He tries to charge at you, jump into you. One way or another, this is a quick fight. Either you kill him quick, or he kills you quick. And yeah, that's it. That's King. And it's time for cutscene. Well, right now, cutscene. What? Dr. Wily? No way! I can't believe this! What? Dr. Wily? Again? I can't believe it. Why am I saying that again? Whatever. Believe it or not, the stage is not over yet. What the fuck, man? This is Eddie in action, by the way. He gives you health or bolts. Thanks, Eddie. Seriously, though, what the fuck? And Beat makes a shield for you so you never get hurt while the shield's up, but you can't charge up your Mega Buster. Seriously, though, Wily, what the fuck? Again? Really? It's him? Oh, no. And the stage, still not fucking over yet. Now, King, powered up, is going to combine with the tank and the plane to make the Jet King Robo, and this is the official boss of the stage. Everything else could be considered mini-bosses, but not this. This is it. This is the fucking boss of the fucking stage, and it's really difficult, though. Alright, he's got a few attacks. His He's got the attacks of the tank in that he can charge, and he can do the laser thing that the plane did during the second fight. You can use your copy vision or your remote mines or just well-placed shots to stop that. As base, this is a very different battle from Mega Man, because Mega Man has that platform there. By the way, he also shoots these stupid fucking little beams of energy there, little pellets of energy there that you have to destroy, or else they're just going to keep circling around you and hitting you, and it's... Those things ruined me the first time I played this. As base, the battle is different because, as you see, there's no platform. Base can either use treble boost to get up high enough to attack King, or he could just double jump. There's a remote mine destroying that laser thing, by the way. Well-placed double jumps can get you high enough to attack King. And just like in the first fight with the tank by itself, you can use remote mines to destroy the treads. It's a lot more useful to do that as base than as Mega Man, because Mega Man has that platform that protects him from the charge attacks, unless you're too close. But base has no such luxury, so just remove that attack from the equation. He's also, just like the tank was able to in the first fight, shoot the mines out and shoot them at the ground. That stupid pellet of energy thing. So fucking stupid. His weakness is the wave burner. I don't recommend you use it. You have to get really, really close to him in order to actually get away with using it, but it does do a lot of damage. So if you want to risk it, you can go ahead and try the wave burner, but I guarantee it's probably not going to work. Anyway, I hate this stage so much. This stage gave me so much fucking grief. I'm so glad it's over. This is where I died, by the way. This is where I died the first time. Oh, it's because he couldn't stop spamming those stupid blue energy pellet things. And this time he only did the attack once, and he just kept spamming the mines and the lasers for the second version of the fight, so I was able to beat him much easier. That stupid fucking blue energy attack. As base, he only shoots one, but he shoots it really fast, and as Mega Man, he shoots four, but they're really slow. It's a problem for Mega Man, because his Mega Buster's not big enough to just destroy them all at once, and if you let them get through, they're gonna start circling around you, and you don't have that much space to maneuver, and it's a big fucking problem, and it's gonna cause you stress. God, fuck that. Whatever, it's over now. And Jet King Robo is done. Cutscene. I'll see you all after the boss rematch is done. Okay, I'm back. Time to go and take on Dr. Wily, the real bad guy. Surprise, surprise. Cutscene. Okay, the final boss of the game, Dr. Wily, in a Wily machine that I don't think has a name, it's just Wily machine. And it's just like the one from Mega Man 8, except weaker. Seriously, after all the trouble you go through in King Stage 2, Dr. Wily is really fucking easy. Stage 1 is weak to remote mines. He shoots missiles, he shoots this little saw blade thing at you, either jumps and goes off screen, or just slides along the floor and doesn't go off screen, and just comes back to him. It's going to come back to him anyway, but depends how, is dependent on how he actually shoots it. If it goes down on the floor or if he has to jump around. He also has a laser beam. Just dodge that with base. It's pretty easy. Mega Man's a little bit harder, but still. He also charges at you sometimes. You can slide under that as Mega Man. His base is a little bit more difficult. Second phase, the capsule. Also, not that bad, although more difficult than the machine, to be sure. Capsule, as usual, teleports around. It's either going to shoot energy pellets in that big round circle thing you just saw. It's going to do it with the small 4 ones that he likes to do in a lot of the battles in the end of Mega Man games. Or he's going to shoot 4 grenades at you. Those grenades. Those can actually be shot with the base buster or with any special weapon, really. It's not that difficult to fight, but because just like Mega Man 8, I never mentioned this before, but just like Mega Man 8, this game has no energy tanks, so you have to be very, very careful, especially as base, who doesn't have healing companions like Mega Man does with Eddie and Rush Search. You gotta be very, very careful at how you conserve your health. Best way to do that is during the boss rematches, get as much Lightning Bolt as you can, so that when you're in a pinch, you can use Lightning Bolt, and it's screen nuke capabilities to, shield yourself from any attacks, just like that. And just keep doing that, and keep hitting him with either a magic card, which is the weakness of the capsule, or with the base buster, and that's it. He will go down pretty quick, and we'll be at the end of the game. Just one more hit, and we're all done with Mega Man and base. How are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it in style. We're gonna do it in style. Trouble boost. We're gonna just like fucking chaos boost base from Mega Man 8, but a little bit different. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah! Okay, we beat Mega Man and base. Time for the final cutscene. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed Let's Play Mega Man and Bass. I know that overall I did, despite some difficulty spikes and some complaints about said difficulty spikes. See you all next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.